All right, guys, as of yesterday, we are 7 weeks out, so a little less than 7 weeks today, from my first bodybuilding show. And just based on one of the questions I get a lot about the difficulty of the bodybuilding diet compared to the strongman diet, I figured I'd go through one of the things that makes cutting down like this and having such a strict diet much, much easier. This one thing is carrying my sanity on its back, and that is the Ninja Creami ice cream maker. I use this to make protein ice cream. I'm going to show you how I do it and the exact recipe that I use. So I'm going to start with the Brita pitcher for water. I get about 6 ounces. I don't measure the water super precisely. There's no calories or macros in water. So from there, I'm going to add 2 scoops. I'm using Legion salted caramel protein. I have a lot of different Legion protein powder flavors, and I use all of them to give myself different flavors of protein ice cream every day. And depending on the flavor will depend on what I use in terms of like the cinnamon and what fruit I use. We're going to do about a tablespoon of psyllium husk powder. This is really just to keep my fiber intake up. I am not going to go through all the benefits of fiber right now, but fiber is very important, both soluble and insoluble fiber. Very important regardless of what your goals are, just good for health. It does slightly benefit, it makes the ice cream a little thicker, so there is a small benefit functionally, but really it's just there for fiber. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. And now, because this is a salted caramel flavor, I will use cinnamon. I don't use cinnamon in all the flavors because cinnamon just doesn't go with every single flavor. But in regards to salted caramel, we're definitely going to use some cinnamon. You got to be careful with the cinnamon and the salt. It's pretty easy to add too much and kind of ruin the whole thing. We're going to do exactly 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. No calories or macros to this one. The xanthan gum is literally just to give it the ice cream texture and thickness, which it doesn't quite have on its own. This just makes it more like actual ice cream. Put that to the side. Let's see, we're going to add 1/2 scoop of dextrose. Dextrose is a simple carb, simple sugar. This is to keep my muscles fuller and to keep the energy up in the cut. I'm using 1/2 a cup or 1/2 a scoop. I do 2 of these ice creams a day, so that'll be 1 scoop of dextrose per day, and that's about the most my calorie budget will allow right now. If you're not in a deep cut, you can use more than that if you want to. I'm going to add 6 drops of the monk fruit sweetener. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to add 6 drops of the stevia liquid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract. Depending on the flavor, will depend on how much of this I use. For the chocolatier flavors, I don't use a lot. For the vanilla flavors, I use more. Just because. I'm going to add an entire banana. I use banana for most of my ice creams. It makes it a little thicker, and I like the taste of banana. But there are some flavors of protein powder, like the birthday cake, the caramel fudge cookie flavor, just a few others that there are other fruits that I prefer. So like I'll do blueberries and grapes with the birthday cake as an example. I'm also going to throw a few apple slices in here. And again, because it's salted caramel, that's how I'm deciding on the apple versus, say, grapes or blueberries. I think it just goes better with that flavor. And then we're going to take the tablespoon, and we're going to do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Just get it as best you can. And then we're going to put the blender cap on the cup. And then we're going to blend it all together. I use a Ninja blender. You don't have to use that. You have a max fill line on the Creami ice cream maker container. And I'll kind of take breaks to shake it up. Sometimes I'll pulse the blender. You just want to do whatever you have to do to get it to blend as well as possible. The better blended it is, the better it's going to freeze, the better it's going to come out as the ice cream. So just do whatever you have to do. Any tricks you can come up with to blend it as well as possible. And then once you're done, you're going to take the cap off. Kind of keep as much of it in the container as you can. And then you're going to dump it into this container. And you're going to want to freeze it for at least 16 hours before you use it to make ice cream. Then you're going to put the associated lid on, and you're going to put it in the freezer. You want to make sure that it's resting level in the freezer. They say that the more level it freezes, the better the result is. So you don't want it cockeyed. You don't want it sitting on like a bag of frozen peas and not freezing level, because it's going to mess up the machine. But as long as it's sitting flat, you don't got to worry. And that's the whole process for preparing it. I'll fast forward and do actually using the machine and what it comes out as a little later. And yeah, so I'll see you then.
A few minutes later.
All right, so once your ice cream blend has been in the freezer for at least 16 hours, you're going to take the lid off, pop it in here, line up the lid, lock it, power on the Ninja Creami, load it in. Now I'm going to use soft serve ice cream. All right, so that's done. I'm gonna unlock it and twist it out. Sometimes it's a little bit. Unlock the top. And yeah, you can see right there, excellent ice cream texture. Excellent ice cream taste. This is fantastic. This is, again, carrying my sanity on its back in this cut. Without this, cutting weight for this bodybuilding show would just be so much harder. And that's it for this video. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you want to see more stuff like this, leave a comment if there's other things you request or have questions about. And that's it for now. I'll see you on the next video.